The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Only one of these teams will earn a shot at the Lombardi. The AFC title game is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Darnell Savage with the pick. And the Jaguars, they're off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, or to put that opposing offense right back out there still reeling from that interception. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
On red. Sink right. Dirty left. Red.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
13, Luke. Luke. Go, let's go.
1st down throw, Lawrence. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away, that is a gold star effort by the defense.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. First carry here for Tony Pollard. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Man in motion here. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 38. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They send a receiver in motion right. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Left side, cut by Ridley. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught by Pollard. It's inside the 10. Hits the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Hey, hey.
Lawrence now off the play action. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Red on red. Silver.
Here's ETN on 1st down. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Go, go. 11, 11. Go, go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Easy. 11, Agate. Think right open. 11, Agate. Go.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And the Titans will have plenty of work to do on their next drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
from the 18 on second down. He finds Chigakokwo for the grab. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They run the counter to Pollard. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They give on 2nd to Pollard. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
They send the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. 2nd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
2nd and 10 now. He's on the move. And this one doesn't go far.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
3rd and long for him here. Has the connection to Ridley. And they hit him right after he made that catch. That's going to deny him the first. It's 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll go. It's Pollard. And he's brought down for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Gun. Hey, kill. Here we go, son.
Lawrence working from the gun. He's got Thomas on a slant. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Hey, Lion.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. And the Titans get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Throwing now on first down. Pass taken in by Pollard. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Second and 6 coming up here. Looking to the air here. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, this is really great defense to deny a big play and make them work for the touchdown. If they want to reach the end zone, they have to scrap and fight through them.
Throw on third down. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. It'll be a field goal try from Joey Slye. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
The wind was at his sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Rip, 23, 11. Sink right. Red.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
All right, let's go. 13, Lou. Go, let's go. It's hot.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. He'll get this to Etienne. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
The Jaguars into punt formation. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here. Hauls in this punt at the 8. And he gets them what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. Throwing from the gun. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 1. Pass caught by Ridley. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw in that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Now we'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Offense to the line for second down. They're throwing it. Taking a shot. Deep down the field it goes. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And the Jaguars get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. Here's a return from the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, Ron. Silver.
Now Lawrence coming off a pick. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. The rookie out of Miami with the pick. And he makes the Heads go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans make it a 24-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Red on red.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Go, go, go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.